Hey everybody, I hope everyone's doing great, having a great day. Jump on live here and check, see if the audio's working. Make sure everything's groovy. Sounds good to me. Today is Kickstarter launch day. I know, already. Crazy. There is always a sense of excitement and nervous energy around doing one of these Kickstarters. I love doing them. I love being able to find people that love my work and want to support it. So really Kickstarter's been the only way to be able to, Kickstarters and conventions, but being an independent publisher, this is how I am able to get my work out to people. So here we go. There's Sis the Skin Grafter. These are the pages that will be available in the campaign. And these are 4 original cyst drawings. I'm also going to have artwork from my friends. So if you want to support my work and you want to get artwork from a few of my friends, you'll see that there's artwork available from them also. So Bill Walco, Ian Nichols, Chris Vance, Luis Rivera, they generously wanted to draw my characters, so there will be artwork available from them too. So so go to sistcomic.com. That's what it's going to look like. That's going to be the artwork I've been showing. And if we hit goal in the first 48 hours, everyone gets a Chrome Warhood sticker and Versus Zero digital comic. So I'm hoping that we can hit goal early and crush it and then move on to stretch goals. So, alright. Let's fire this thing up. Alright, we are live. So, boop and boop. Alright, thanks everybody for coming along on this journey with me. The thing about doing these Kickstarters is you're always like, geez, I hope people are excited about the work I'm doing. I hope that people want to support my art. I want to see me create comics and create work. That's always kind of the thing, is that I want to make work that people enjoy. I want people to appreciate and find that what I'm producing connects with them and speaks to them. But you never know. You're drawing in a vacuum like this. You're designing and creating these characters in this kind of space where you're hoping that people are seeing it and you're finding people that like what you're doing, but there's so much out there that people could be spending their time with. So I'm incredibly appreciative and grateful that people want to spend their time with something I'm doing. It means a lot to me. It really, really does. So hopefully we can hit goal early and crush it, and then move on to stretch goals. That's really the thing about Kickstarter, is that I have a lot of awesome stuff planned, and in order to be able to do that, I have to be able to produce quality work, and I have to be able to find an audience. So if you can, please back this campaign and share this campaign. And I know that we're at a very interesting time in our country where there's a lot of challenges. So I know that that obviously affects what people are doing. That is a stress that people have. But I'm hoping that with anything like this, that they're able to kind of find some enjoyment and have some happiness and have some joy in the stuff I create. Because that's the thing, is I know that me personally, I've been spending time just trying to fill my life with things I love and enjoy, because that's what I can do. And so hopefully everyone else out there feels the same way, because it is kind of a scary, stressful time that we're living in. So hopefully people are able to have some fun, and they enjoy my art, and they like my stories and my characters. And I got a bunch of great pledge reward levels, so go to systcomic.com. Looks like, well, I think you can see that. If we hit goal in the first 48 hours, then every physical reward backer gets a sticker, and every backer gets a digital download of Versus Zero. So it's going to be running all month. So I want to hit goal early so we can move on to stretch goals. And got a bunch of great commission levels available. If you want a commission from me, happy to do it. And if you want one of the drawings from one of my friends, those are available. And this art is available. These are the original drawings that are available. So that one, and that one, and that one, and this one. Yeah, so those are all available. Original art levels. Those are all covers or interior pages on this issue or the next issue. So those will all be in print. So go to systcomic.com, and on Kickstarter right now, we are live on Kickstarter. This is the Kickstarter launch show. I'm going to be on here talking. Hey, thanks, Jeremy, for backing it. I really appreciate it, man. That's awesome. It means a lot to me. I really think that this is my best work yet, and I'm hoping that we're able to hit goal early and crush it, and then move on to stretch goals, because I have some stretch goals planned. I think that there's a lot of awesome stuff that I want to do, and in order to be able to do that, I just have to find people that love what I'm making and want to support it. And that's really what it boils down to. Is it's like I want to be able to find people that like the kind of work I'm making, and I think I have. I think I've, I have people that have come back for campaign after campaign, and they've shared the campaign. So yeah, when you back it, please share it. I'm always looking to find new people like my art and like my stories and like my characters. And I realize that, there's a lot of things out there right now that you could be, spending your money on or spending your time with. And I'm very, very appreciative that people enjoy my work and want to support it. And I think that what my thing always is, I just don't want to. I want to make sure that people get a good value. So I think with The Oppressors, that's a high quality book. I think that was my best work to date, and I think that this next, that Sis, the Skin Grafter, is going to be even better. I think that the book is already done. The book is completed. It's been drawn, and what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to pay for the printing and the shipping. So because I do everything, I draw, I write. So being able to be a one-man band with everything really enables me to get the project done quickly. And you'll see if you go to systcomic.com right now, this in color. And I love making comics. I mean, that's the thing, is when I started doing this, I was like, man, I just love making comics. How can I wake up every day and get to draw and create characters and write stories and share them with the world? And crowdfunding, social media, Kickstarter, that's been the way that I've been able to, find people that want to support my work, because, I'm an independent publisher. I'm doing this all from the comfort of my own home, as a lot of people are these days, working remotely. I'm packing and shipping and doing it all on my own. So, being able to find people that like my work and want to help to get it produced is incredibly gratifying, incredibly appreciative. I don't take it for granted, And yeah, we're currently at 140 with 2 backers. Let's keep cruising. This goes the entire month of July, but if you want to jump in now, yeah, there's a bunch of reward levels that you might want to, if you like Ian Nichols' work, which you should because it's awesome. If you like Chris Vance's work, which you should because it's awesome. A lot of great creators helped me by giving artwork of my characters. So Ian Nichols did a drawing, Chris Vance did a drawing, Bill Walco did a drawing, Luis Rivera did a drawing. So those are all available, and I'm hoping those get snatched up early because I'm incredibly grateful for those guys for doing it, and I want that work to go to people that really like what they do because their stuff is great. So definitely check those out if that's something you're interested in. And what else? Yeah, go to systcomic.com right now and let's hit goal and then move on to stretch goals. And I've set the overall Kickstarter goal for 2,000 to pay for the printing and shipping, but as with anything, with these sort of campaigns, I want to go beyond that, and I want to be able to unlock the stretch goals. And I've created some cool little incentives where we have variant covers. So if you back for issue 1, and we go above 3,000, then you get 2 comics. You get the standard cover and you get a variant cover. And the thinking is I want to be able to offer as much stuff as I can. And so to those backers that get in and help to kick us to those next goals by sharing the project or by increasing their pledge, anything that they can do to help get us past goal, I want to be able to offer you something in return, and that's what I can do. I can do variant covers, which are really fun, and with the oppressors. So we'll show you the bundles. So the oppressors is in the bundles, right? That's a fun one. And then, of course, Volume 2 and Volume 1 of Archive, the Warhood Odyssey. These books are all available with Syst issue 1. So if you've missed out on something or if you want multiple copies of something, these books will go out to backers. And I'm thrilled to be able to have that as part of the campaign because I've done a lot of cool books, and I'm thrilled to be able to have all those books available in case people missed them or in case people wanted more copies. Those are all in there. And what else? If anyone has any questions, shoot. I'd love to hear questions about the campaign or about me or about my process. Right now I'm working on a blue lines. Right, I'm going over these blue lines with this Syst drawing, and I was thinking I'm going to offer this drawing to a backer. So maybe we do some sort of a giveaway with this. If you back and share, maybe somebody gets this. I don't know. I don't have any really great ideas for how to offer this, but thinking I could give this away or have this be an incentive add-on possibly if we go over a certain threshold or if they share it a certain number of times. So if anybody has any ideas and they really want this drawing of Syst, you let me know. I'm open to suggestions. So yeah, systcomic.com. Right now, we are cruising. We are currently crushing it with 6 backers. Thank you so much to all 6 backers. I really appreciate it. We're going along real good. So keep backing and sharing. And if you've supported my previous work, I really, really appreciate it. And if you like what I do, and you think other people would like what I do, yeah, share it around. Yeah, Tracy says giveaway. All right, giveaway sounds good to me. I don't know how I would give it away, but I would give it away. The drawing. All right. So let's flip this bad boy around. Hey everybody, Tone Distraction here, comes to you live from Battleantic Studios. So yeah, thank you so much to everybody that is backing and sharing and helping me to create this new comic book. We are currently at 6 backers. Thank you so much. Go to sistcomic.com. A bunch of awesome stuff. We've got The Oppressors issue 1 available with the comic book. We got Archive Volume 2, Archive Volume 1. And if we hit goal in the first 48 hours, all physical reward backers are going to get these cool chrome Warhood stickers, right? Boop, boop, boop. So those are fun. And they'll also get a digital comic versus issue 0, which is done. So everything's done. Sist issue 1 is done. So sistcomic.com. I just need your help to hit goal so we can get it printed and distributed. That's it. So thank you so much to everybody that's gone to sistcomic.com. Share it. Let your friends know. Let your enemies know. Let everyone know that you think might be interested in having my work in their life. And thank you so much to everybody that likes my work and wants to share it and wants to support it. I realize that there's a lot of things going on right now and that there are a lot of things in the world and a lot of distractions and a lot of uneasiness and unrest. But I think that if we can find things that we love and enjoy, that helps. And I know with me personally, being able to have artwork and comic books, it means a lot to me. And so hopefully what I do connects with you and you love it and enjoy it and appreciate it, because I work hard on it. I mean, this is my thing. I do this all day, every day. So I want to find people that like it and want to share it and are passionate about it, because I'm passionate about it. So we are currently holding strong at 6 backers, and a bunch of great pledge reward levels. If anyone has any questions about reward levels, please let me know. Message, shoot me a DM, or post a comment. This is running for the entire month of July, but if we hit goal in the first 48, we get those bonus things, which I really would love to do. I'd love to hit goal early and just kind of cruise. That's always the best case scenario. It's stressful when you're holding on till the end to hit goal. I don't like doing that. So I want to hit it early. So yeah, I'm going to stay on live here and chat with people and draw my character Sist, the Skin Grafter. Let me tell you what the story's about. So Sist is this character, right? So he's this guy, and Skin Grafter because I wanted to create like a horror hero, someone that was kind of dark, but still does good things, kind of like Frankenstein is the way I kind of envisioned it, where he's kind of bummed, like he does good things by accident, he's tortured, he's violent, but not completely evil, just kind of a weapon that's been pointed in the wrong direction. So with this character, I wanted it to be kind of dark and kind of gross. So it takes place in the past, and he's risen from the deep, so he's a sea creature essentially, and then he has to kind of fight through this vicious, violent world, a lot of swords and sorcery, Conan-ish kind of reality, castles, monsters, witches. So he's pulled from the depths, which is where he was imprisoned, and he is kind of instead of a vampire that drinks blood, more like a vampire that takes skin. I know, kind of gross. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have something that was a little grimier, a little slimier. So that's what this character is. And so people were like, what's this about? Well, there you go. That's what it's about. I hope that is something that you're down with and that you think might sound cool. I have a bunch of stuff planned with this character, and I need to get this first Sist, the Skin Grafter, issue number 1 out to you so that you can see how it connects with the bigger archive universe, because it does. So this character connects with the other characters, connects with the Oppressors, connects with Versus, connects with Ledge, connects with Warhood. So all of my stuff is one big Dylanverse, as Bill Walker calls it. And I said, I'm taking that Dylanverse. That sounds cool. So I got to get this one funded and out the door so that I can get the next one done, because I'm already working on it, the next part of this saga. So I like world building, I like character creating, I like drawing, I like writing. So this kind of is that ability to do all of those things. And hopefully you're digging it and you think it sounds cool, you think it looks cool, because that's really the whole point. I want to make cool stuff. I want to make comics cool. I want to make it so that you're excited about getting it and excited about funding it and sharing it. Don't forget to share it, because if I have every backer bring in a new backer, we'll hit goal easy peasy lemon squeezy. So hopefully we hit goal early and hit goal often and hit goal out of the park so we can move on to stretch goals. So I'm going to keep drawing. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to stay on for a little bit. And yeah, good start right out of the gate. So let's keep drawing. All right, still drawing my character, Sis, the skin grafter. Sorry for shaking the camera. I apologize. And yeah, I think with any of these Kickstarter campaigns, with any sort of social media stuff, it's always stressful and fun and exciting. But like with any of the stuff I do, I want to make sure that it's connecting with people. And that's the thing, is that hopefully it's something that people think is worth their time, you know. And I think what I've done with all of these campaigns is, hey, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, share it, everybody. Share it if you can. If this is something you want other people to see. I mean, if I don't hit goal, then that's this project won't happen. But we hit goal, and you won't be charged until the project ends. So we got to hit goal, and then you're charged at the end, which is the end of July. So there's a bunch of awesome reward levels. If you have backed, thank you. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't backed, then do it. Hurry up and do it, because some of these reward levels are limited. So some of them, there's only a few available, like with some of the commissions for my friends and original art. That stuff is limited. So those aren't as they're not unlimited. There's only a certain number of those. So if you want one of those, grab it. And those are further down on the reward tiers on the side. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Using the Micron, I like to do the exterior holding lines in an 03. I think it's kind of a nice balance. I used to do an 05, and I found that looked maybe a little too heady. So with an 03, I can go back through and work on it, tighten them up. But you can always go thicker, hard to go thinner. And I found that the 01, I just couldn't get any like bend out of it. I couldn't make it heavier. I could only make it thinner. So what's everybody up to today on this beautiful Monday? This beautiful Monday morning in July. Everyone having a good day? Everybody having fun? Did everybody have a good 4th of July weekend? Are you all back at work? Do people still go to work? Is that a thing people do? Everybody taking today off? Seems like it's nice out. Today would be a good day to take off if you wanted to. But I'm not taking today off. I'm running a campaign. So, kind of fascinating to see how a lot of creators that I'm a fan of are going to these other platforms in order to not necessarily build an audience, because they already have an audience, but to get their work out to people. You know, like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, YouTube, Twitch. You know, it's kind of funny to see that, like, oh yeah, these characters that work for publishers using these other forms of communication. Kind of strange. I was like, oh, jeez, I thought the goal was always to work with a publisher, not to have a YouTube channel. But what do I know? What do I know? The comic book industry is a very odd place right now. I'm hoping that they're able to kind of get it all sorted out, but it's a very strange time. I remember when I was a kid, growing up, you know, there was Image Comics. That was like crazy, exciting. Comic book stores everywhere. People creating work that was just, you know, over the top and Chromium Age. Just couldn't wait to see what people did next. And the characters were, you know, awesome. And the creators themselves were kind of characters, you know, and you kind of got caught up in all of that excitement. And I'm hoping to kind of try to bring some of that energy and enthusiasm back with what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that people connect with it and enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, this is what I'm doing. So hopefully people take it. And if not, well, that's fine. You know, there's a lot of other things out there. If this isn't stuff that you think makes sense for you. Yeah, so systcomic.com right now. Thank you to everybody for sharing and backing and telling your friends and telling your enemies. It's live. We are live. What else could I can change this image. Yeah, and the great thing about doing these campaigns is that you're able to kind of, you know, generate revenue, obviously, to produce more content. But occasionally you'll find people that'll kind of wander in from other places, right? So I've found people through Kickstarter that might not necessarily have seen what I was doing and might not have found it otherwise, and that's always exciting. But really the thing is I want to keep bringing people back that have supported it before and have backed it before. That's always the thing, is I want to make sure that I keep having people return. So my 8th campaign, I hope every time people have gotten more than they thought that they would get. I hope, you know, I want to make sure when I'm sending them stuff, I'm sending them a lot of stuff so that they go, oh wow, you know, Dylan really hooks me up with a bunch of awesome stuff. I want to continue to support his work because I know I'm going to get a lot of awesome stuff. So that's always kind of my goal with any of this, is to really provide a lot of value. And, you know, that's by making stuff I think is fun. And I have a lot of fun doing this. I have a lot of fun making comics and drawing and making art. And it's a lot of work, I mean, for sure. I don't think that anyone that is in publishing would say that it's easy. I mean, there's a lot to it. But I love doing it. I love waking up every day and just trying to make new stuff. And then finish that thing and make the next thing. And I got some big plans ahead for the rest of this year. I've been very productive because, as we know, there's not a lot of conventions. There's, I think, 0 conventions currently. So I had a big list of cons planned to kind of try to, you know, generate revenue and to find people that like my work. And those all dried up. So definitely changed what I thought my summer would look like. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's do this comic. Let's finish this up. And let's get this out the door so that people can get it. So that people can see it. And so that people can enjoy it. And thank you so much to the 7 backers that have backed the campaign. I really appreciate it. 7 backers. That's awesome. I realize that there's a lot of things you could be doing instead of watching me draw and supporting my work. But I'm glad you decided to watch me draw and support my work. It means a lot to me. And really, without people that like what I'm doing and want to support it, if people didn't want stuff I make, then I would still make it, but I wouldn't have anybody to show it to, you know? So, and that's the thing, is you see these creators that just kind of fade away, and you're like, what happened to that guy? And then it's like, people just stop caring. And it's like, yeah, no, if you don't care, if you don't support people that you like and their work, then they won't be able to make it. So, especially now with conventions gone, publishers, you know, the way that is going, not a lot of options for independent artists except for crowdfunding, and that's not easy. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, you put up a Kickstarter page and make $1 million. Like, that's not been my experience. Definitely requires a lot of work to hit goal and find people that want to support it. So there's original art level. So grab one of these, and if there's one that you want, you're like, oh, I really want the giant head one. Great, let me know. The first person that wants it gets that one. Oh, I really want the claw pointing at me one. Oh, I really want the fists one. Oh, I really want the skull in the background one. These are available. These are pledge reward levels. So if there's one of these that you'd want to grab, you let me know. I will send it out to you with your rewards. And to remind you, the comic book is done. Like, I drew it all. I've been drawing it for the last 2 months. So the comic is ready to go. The comic is going to get printed and distributed. You know, we need to hit goals so that I can pay for the printing and distribution of this, and so I can move on to the next thing. You know, this comic book is not going to be 6 months from now. Comic book is not something I'm doing in the future. This character is fully formed, fully fleshed out, and just ready to get sent out to you. So don't worry about fulfillment. The fulfillment is going to be this summer, and hopefully the end of July. As soon as we hit goal, as soon as we crush stretch goals, I'm just going to start sending these books out to people. I want it to be packed and picked and packed and ready to go. The only thing that might take a little bit of time is commissions. If people want commissions, those commission levels take a little longer because I haven't drawn them yet. Because I don't know what people want me to draw. But once those commissions are crushed, which, as if anybody's worked with me before, they know I'm pretty quick with commissions. You know, I tend to get them done as rapidly as possible. So, yeah, I don't like to sit on commissions for a long time. And I love doing commissions. I love when people come up with ideas of characters I don't know. You know, as long as it fits what I'm doing. I did Ghidorah, I did Moon Knight, I did Daredevil, I did Bullseye. You know, and I really enjoy that challenge of trying to, you know, figure out how to put those characters that I might not be as familiar with in situations and positions and make it look awesome. So, psyched to be able to do that. So if anybody wants commission, there's commission levels available. And we're currently at 8 backers. Thank you so much to all 8 backers. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get to 20 backers today. Let's do it. That's my goal for today, is 20 backers. We are halfway there. Almost halfway to my goal of 20 backers. At 20 backers today, 20 backers tomorrow. And that will hopefully get us to that 48-hour goal. That would be awesome. That would be totally awesome. Because the worst thing is when you're like, you know, just struggling to hit that goal. You're like, oh, come on. I've done that before, and it's like, oh, let's just hit that goal. Let's hit that goal. And, yeah, I don't really know what else people would want to know. Kickstarter is live. We are crushing it. And I hope that everybody has a fun day and gets to, you know, spend time doing what they love, because that's what I'm doing. Drawing all day and managing this Kickstarter campaign. And yeah, these are, I mean, I don't know if Facebook's been a really contentious place. I've been trying to be on it less. YouTube, Dylan Distractions, my YouTube, twitch.tv/Batlantic Studios is my Twitch. I think those are kind of fun places to be able to share what I'm doing. And because the thing with social media is, as we all know, it's a lot of voices and a lot of energy. Sometimes it can be a distraction. Sometimes it can be less than ideal for our well-being. So I find that some of those other options have been better for me, but just as a person, right now. But I definitely see the power and importance of this. You can you can reach people and come into their homes and go into their phones, and that's incredibly important. Especially for what I'm doing, being able to find people that like my work. But I digress. I'm not going to get caught up in that, because I think that with anything you just got to keep going. I've seen creators that I thought are phenomenal talents, incredibly hardworking, incredibly gifted, get discouraged. And it's like, man, you get to make stuff. That's the goal. The goal is to make awesome stuff. The goal is not to have Facebook likes. The goal is not to have Instagram hearts. That's not the goal. The goal is to make stuff, right? So you have control over that. You don't have control over how many Facebook likes or Instagram hearts you have. You have very little control over that. But you do have control over making stuff. Let me tell you about my inking process. So I usually do a holding line. This is blue lines. This is pencils. I drew these pencils the other day and I printed them out. Doing holding lines with 03 micron or a Pitt pen. And then I do Pentel pocket brush pens for spotting the black areas. And then I go in and do a gray wash with a watercolor pen. And then I go in and do textures. So that's been the process I've been doing. I really like that process. I think it adds a lot of depth. Definitely a David Finch, Tyler Kirk, Mark Silvestri thing. This idea that big, bold, chunky shapes, right? Everything's lit dramatically, right? So not a coloring book at all, not just holding lines with no definition. I mean, this is not an anatomy textbook by any stretch of the imagination, but I am trying to find the planes here and trying to pull and push what some consistent comic book anatomy. That's always kind of the thing about what I'm doing, is that, like Jack Kirby, he didn't ever create anything that was accurate, which is consistent. If you look at his work, you go, that's not what those muscles really look like. It's crazy. And initially people might have been turned off by that. I know I, as a kid, was like, what is going on here? Because we think that representation of reality is quality for some reason. It's like, oh, that looks just like reality. It's like, well, it's not. It's a flat surface. This is not real. So I don't know why I would try to make it look like it's a real thing. This is fantasy. I made this up. And so this idea that Jack Kirby stuff, and I'm not a Jack Kirby historian, but if you look at any of his work, you realize, like, oh, the anatomy is his own version of what human anatomy looks like. He's able to kind of twist and bend and break the rules that he made. He keeps it consistent, so you go, oh yeah, that's an arm, that's a hand, that's a leg, that's a mouth. But if you saw a real person that looked like a Jack Kirby drawing, you'd look like a monster. It's not like, oh, that's real. It's crazy, which is great. That makes it feel exciting and makes it feel like a world you can get lost in. I think too, with like Calvin and Hobbes, you look at Calvin Hobbes' reality. Watterson created that that world that's got a little bit of reality. Like you see some of the backgrounds, and you're like, oh yeah, that is what a tree kind of feels like. But the humans are very cartoony, and so you can, with those very cartoony characters, project yourself onto them, right? So that's that Scott McCloud cartooning idea, that like the more generic or more or less specific that the human avatar is, the more you're able to project your own life, reality, wants, needs, desires onto that form. And I think there's a lot of power in that. You know, if you have something that's drawn way too photo specifically, you're like, well, that's not me, that's somebody else. I can't connect with that character in that world because I don't, I'm not that person. But if you have something that's a little more cartoony, a little bit more illustrated, you go, oh yeah, no, it kind of feels like me. I can feel how that person feels. I empathize with them. So we're at 9 backers. Thank you so much to all 9 backers. 9 backers. Boo, 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 boo. We are almost, I don't even know. I don't do math. The goal is $2,000. The goal is $2,000 to be able to have this book printed and distributed. We need to hit goal. You don't get charged until the campaign ends. So back as much as you want. Back big. Go big. Because the campaign ends and then you're charged. So don't worry about paying right now. You don't have to pay right now. And once we hit goal, everybody gets a digital download of Versus Zero. And they get physical reward backers get a Chrome sticker, which I think are really cool. And yeah, the book's already made, so I just want to get it out to you, printed and distributed out to the people that want it. And I think it's my best work yet. If you enjoyed The Oppressors, I think this is even a step up from that. And this book leads into the connected archive universe, the Dylanverse. And I'm super excited to show everybody what that looks like, because that's what I'm, kind of figuring out for 2020 is how can I connect all these characters? What kind of world would it look like where all these characters exist together that I've been able to make over these years? And I think if you were even mildly interested in the stuff I'm doing, you'll be excited for the crossover event. Because I think it's kind of a cool 90s thing where you'd have a bunch of characters and they'd have to figure it out. And that's where I'm at right now. That's my thinking for this next sort of, but Versus takes a big role in that. Ledge, Sis, all these characters kind of connect together. And I'm super psyched to be able to be working on this. It's my favorite thing I've done so far. And I've done a few of my own creator-owned things, and I love doing it. I love being able to make art, and it feels like just yesterday that I started doing this, but it's been a few years now that I've been drawing and illustrating and making comics. Done a lot of conventions, done a lot of cons. And since there are no cons this year, that's why I decided to do this campaign in July. It's not like the Kickstarter campaigns are a fun way to kind of connect with people and then get your work out to people. But it's different. It is not a convention. It is more of a social media thing. And I do miss seeing people and chatting with them and showing them my work in person. That is always a really fun experience, and it's a lot of work to do conventions, but I'm hoping to be able to get back to it as soon as possible. I mean, I don't know what everyone else is thinking. Is anyone else excited about going to conventions? Is that something people still want to do? Is that something people are still excited about? I don't know. I hope so. I hope that's something that people are like, oh yeah, I miss it. I want to go back to it. I'm reading the news a lot lately about how there's been a lot of challenges and problems with conventions. Hopefully they're able to get that figured out, but not stuff I've experienced, so we'll see. So that's that. And then, what am I going to do now? I guess I'll go and do the background. So, as with most of my pinups, I like to have, so this is kind of his cape, kind of like this big, crazy looking cape. And it's the wrong marker. That's not even close. Grabbing random markers. Alright, so I put in some of this, and maybe some of this. And I like this paper because it's very white, pretty smooth, and not super expensive, so I can kind of be less precious about it, you know. And it takes ink pretty well. Definitely a spongy time of year, you know. Everything's kind of spongy because of the humidity, and it's been raining a lot, but whatever. So yeah, we're currently at 10 backers. Oh man, we're halfway to my goal of 20 backers in the first day. Hopefully we can keep cruising, and please back and share and tell anyone that you think might want to support my work and buy my books. Got a bunch of cool reward levels available, and yeah, I want to be able to hit goal early so we can move on to stretch goals. The goal is stretch goals. I want to hit the goal and then do the stretch goals, so we gotta hit the goal first. But we're getting there. Getting closer. Going in the right direction. The worst is when you lose backers. It's like, what did I do? What happened? So definitely want to move forward and get more backers. So let's try to get to 20 today. And, or, hey, let's go 40 today, you know? Let's aim big. Let's get as many as we can today. The only way that this campaign happens is if people like it and enjoy it and share it, and if we don't hit a goal, and nothing good. It's bad. It's a bummer. But I'm confident we're gonna hit goal because we're at 12 backers. 12 backers. Thanks everybody. 12 backers. 12 backers. 12 backers. Yes, that's a good start. We're almost a third of the way there. We're almost a quarter of the way there. I'm not good at math. Almost a quarter of the way there. I think at 500 we'd be a quarter. Does that make sense? What's 5? Yeah. 5, 10, just, yeah. At 500 we'll be a quarter of the way there. That'd be great to be a quarter of the way there in the first hour. That'd be awesome. Yeah, so please back the campaign, share the campaign. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep drawing. I'm gonna keep making stuff. So come along for the ride. Watch me succeed. Watch me rise. I don't know, is that a thing? Or not? Whatever. I'm not the boss of you. Do whatever you want. Don't tell me what to do. So this is the point in the drawing where I go, geez, I wish that penciler would have given me more information. It's like, oh yeah, that's me. Guess I kind of just figured I'd make it up as I went along, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just making it up as I go along. Yeah, you're going to want to grab that. We got the Chris Vance. We got the Ian Nichols OG stuff. There's a few limited things. If you love Bill Walko's work, if you love Luis Rivera's work, which you should, because those guys are rock stars, you're going to want to grab that stuff early before it's gone, because those won't last forever, because they're really good. Got to do some good stuff. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. If anybody's wanting to know more about the campaign or about why I make comics because I know as a kid growing up, a shy young man, that I could always kind of get lost in the reality of these heroes and villains, and it really helped to kind of form my morality. And I think that when I say that comics are an important part of our culture and have the power to change the world, I think that means, to me, it changed my world, and people can see that good versus evil, triumph of the human spirit. And I think that that's a really profoundly valuable and important thing. And I think with any of my characters, if anybody reads, the people that read my work, they'll see that they're all rather flawed, but there's always a sense of redemption about them. So they're always trying to do better, right? So we're at 13 backers. Awesome. Now this campaign does run for all of July, so if you're watching this as a replay, hey, jump in. We're on live right now, systcomic.com, on Kickstarter right now. And we will be running this. This will be running all of July, so please share this campaign. I want to be able to find new people that like what I'm doing and want to support it, and bring back people previously that liked my work and want to support it. And without conventions, without having a publisher supporting my work, this is the way I'm able to do it. And I kind of have to do these. I have to do Kickstarter in order to be able to pay the printing and the shipping, so that I can continue to make more awesome stuff. So really, it's my job is to make stuff, and if you like the stuff I make, then the way you can help is by backing my campaigns and sharing my campaigns, and telling other people about what I'm doing, people that you think might like it, and I appreciate that immensely, because without people to support it, I can't do it. So I'd have to do something else. I don't know what else I would do, but this is what I want to do. I love making comics. I love drawing, and I think really my work is, especially this year, I've been really working hard on storytelling and dialogue and character creation and world building, taking a lot of courses, learning a lot. And I think people are going to be really psyched with how, I think people were excited with how the Oppressors looked, and I think people are going to be really psyched about how Syst the Skin Grafter looks. If you saw the Oppressors, you saw that the character was in the backup story, kind of a tease, a couple of pages of just showing what the character looked like and how he moved. And I've taken that and I've run with it. So this entire comic book is going to look pretty dope. People are going to really get a kick out of it. Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Very nice of you to say. Yeah, we're currently at 13 backers, which is awesome. Almost a quarter of the way there. 13 backers. Almost a quarter of the way to goal. Yeah, but it is always kind of stressful when you put yourself out into the world like this, and you're like, hey, everyone, value me. Like me, my work. And people go, eh. And you're like, okay, maybe not. Not for everyone, I get it, but I love it. Hopefully people love it as much as me, yeah. Or also love it. Alright, so now we go in with this gray wash. And this is kind of a way to make everything feel three-dimensional. Because in reality, things don't have a hard black holding line. Right? Like if you look at my hand, the only way you can tell it has shape and depth is because of gradation, right? If this was a black holding line around everything, like a coloring book, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is a three-dimensional object. It has no depth. So, doing this gray wash kind of enables me to pull things forward, which is how people can see that it's, oh, this is a three-dimensional object on a two-dimensional space. So, yeah. That's an art trick, I think. I don't know. I think people kind of know that, right? So, yeah, what's going on with everybody else? How's everybody doing today? I'm just going to keep drawing. I mean, this is what I was going to be doing anyway. So I'm going to keep drawing and talking about the Kickstarter. And I'm going to try to stay on live for a while because I think it's a good way to answer questions. And I don't know if Facebook is going to kick these videos out to people or not. Not really under my control. But happy to be able to show people what I'm doing. And hopefully find people that dig my work. Because I love making stuff. Yeah. And the thing about making comics is it's a lot of work, right? So people might not realize that. They might see the finished product. Oh, thank you. My buddy Ben Bishop said he backed it. I really appreciate that. I appreciate when my creator friends support my work. I realize that, you know, it's tough right now for a lot of creators. There's a lot of uncertainty with the industry, and so anytime anyone, you know, that I know is able to support my work, I'm always very, very appreciative. That's very, very generous of them. And you know, being an indie comic book artist, you know, working remotely without a publisher, without a marketing department, without a studio, it's you know, it's just kind of out there on your own, which is, you know, kind of fun. You know, there's a lot of great things about it. And yeah, the thing about being an independent creator is it's not it's like being a freelance, you know, it's any sort of freelance. But the thing about the difference between being a freelance artist is that you have to wait for someone to want to hire you for their project. Being a freelance creator, I can create my own projects, right? I chose me. I hired me to do this, which is really great, because then it's like, well, you know, I like my work, you know, I know what I'm trying to go for here. I don't need someone to decide that I'm a good fit for what they're doing. I think I'm a good fit for what I'm doing. And there's a lot of, I really like that. That's my favorite part of being an independent creator. You know, because I see some really talented people out there waiting for someone to pick them for their thing. And it's like, yeah, but they might not. There's a lot of choices out there. So maybe choose yourself. And I would say that to any creative professional right now, if you can, invest in yourself. Choose you, right? Make your stuff. Share it. Show it to people. What do you got to lose? So maybe people don't like it. Well, that's their loss. You know, you enjoyed the making of it. You enjoyed the process. That's the important thing. And don't get caught up in likes and hearts and smiley faces. That's not your value. That doesn't decide your worth. You know? And I think that can be something we lose sight of. So definitely, if you value what you're doing, other people, you'll find people that like it. And it'll help you to improve, because the more you do it, the better you get. So even if your stuff initially was not as strong, like I look at some of my earlier stuff, and I think a lot of people that are creative professionals would look at their earlier stuff and be like, oh, yeah, no, like I know what I was going for, but I wasn't able to figure it out then. But the longer you do it, the more practice you have, the more, as long as you have that passion for making and creating, you don't give up. Just keep going. Keep making awesome stuff. So yeah, we're off to a good start. 14 backers. I want to hit 20. Let's hit 20 in the first hour. I only need 6 more in 4 minutes. Can we do it? Let's hit 20 in the first hour. Let's hit a quarter of the way to goal in the first, by the end of this morning. And then what? Yeah, let's hit goal in the first 48. Why not? Got a bunch of cool reward levels. A bunch of cool stuff in there people could grab. I'd like to get to 100 backers. I'll say that out loud. In my mind, I know that's a lot for what I do. I know that would be more than I would have normally pulled. I know that would require some of my friends to bring in some of their friends, people that might not know my work, might not be as familiar with my work, but yeah, at the end of this month, I'd like to have had 100 backers. You know, even if it's for smaller amounts, I'd like there to, you know, I want to hit goal, obviously, but even if it's just people that are like, I'll take a chance on this, you know, I'll grab a digital edition. Or I'll grab an issue 1 just because I know if it goes over goal, I'll get a bunch of other awesome stuff. You know, 100 backers would be great. I would feel like I was making progress, but again, every backer is important. Every person that supports my work, I appreciate. And I hate the thing that's tough about Kickstarter is it does put a number, you know, a very visible public number out there as to how many people I can pull and how much I can raise. But I think back, you know, it's the moving the goalposts mentality, right? When I started doing this, hitting $500 goal was like, wow, crazy. And then as I, you know, I've had bigger campaigns for bigger books, and it's like, that's awesome. But it doesn't change. It doesn't change me. You know, it's not like it makes you feel any different. You still got to do the work. You know, still got to make the stuff. I think that's important for people not to lose sight of. It's really about the work. That's the motto. That's the motto of this video. It's about the work. Make awesome stuff. Make comic cool. And go to systcomic.com right now. If you like my work, grab it. And if not, that's fine. But I think you'll like it. I like it. So yeah, I'm going to keep drawing. So then I would go in with another... These are like watercolor brushes. Usually fill them with water, but I fill them with water and ink. So different ones have different drops of ink. So I'll show you what I work with the ink. I've shown people this before, but it's this stuff, right? Rapidograph ink. So 3, 6, 9, 12 are the different, they go in intervals of 3. So this one's 6, I think. 6 drops of ink for one thing of water. It's not super accurate, you know. If I need a little more ink, I'll add another drop. You know, if I need a little less ink, I'll add a little more water. Just kind of an idea. The real thing is, like, once you get it into Affinity or Photoshop, you can adjust the levels to bring stuff up or push stuff back. So hey, 15 backers. Thanks so much, 15 backers. We are almost a quarter of the way there. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm excited. I'm super psyched. Thanks so much to everybody that's backed and shared it. I really appreciate it. Psyched to be at 15 backers. We're almost a quarter of the way to goal in the first hour. That's awesome. Real close. Let me share. Boop, 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 boop. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, and if we hit goal in the first 48 hours, then If we hit goal in the first 48 hours, then everybody gets a digital download of Versus issue 0, and they get, what else do they get? Digital download of Versus 0, and these Chrome stickers, Chrome Warhood stickers. So those will be available for people. And then I'm going to be giving this away. Why not, right? If you want this, comment below. Comment, tell me you backed, and maybe you'll get this. I don't know. That sounds fun, right? That's a fun kind of giveaway. Comment on this video. And let me know. Yeah, and share it. Share the campaign. Back the campaign. Okay, cool. I want to post that. So yeah, back the campaign, share the campaign, post a comment, send me a message. You know, I want this to go to somebody that really loves my work and really wants us to hit goal. So if you back, if you can't, if you share, if you message me, be like, dude, I love your characters, I love your art, I want that drawing. And I'll be like, awesome, thank you so much for your support. I will make sure that you get this drawing with your rewards. So that's pretty much the game. I mean, it's not a super complicated, right? If you want this drawing, just help me hit the goal and I'll send you this drawing. So if you've backed it, great. Shared it, great. Share it again tomorrow, great. Share it every day this week, awesome. Back it at a really high reward level, cool. That would be awesome. Anything you can do to help us hit goal, and then you really want this drawing, you let me know, and I will send it to that person that's able to help me to crush the goal. Because we're at 15 backers, and I'm super psyched. I'm really, really appreciative of everybody that's backed this campaign, that supports my work. And if you haven't backed yet, you got all month, but if we hit goal in the first 48, you get awesome stuff. So definitely back it early and often. And if you want this drawing, back the campaign, share the campaign, message me, and I'll make sure to hook somebody up with this drawing. Somebody that really wants it. Because that's the thing, is it's like, I don't want to pull a random name, like I've done that where I'm like, hey, I'll pick somebody randomly. And then it's like, the people that really wanted the art, and I'm like, oh geez, I wish I could have picked them, so that's kind of how I'm going to do it. Like, I'm not going to pick randomly. I'm going to choose somebody that really works hard to help us hit goal. If you really work hard to help us hit goal, and you really want this drawing, you know me, message me, I'll send it to you. It's great. The goal is to hit the goal, so whatever you can do to help me hit the goal, you get this. How's that sound, Trace? Hey, thanks, Marlon. I really appreciate it, man. Hey, thank you for liking this piece. I'm going to be giving this away. So back the campaign, share the campaign, share it today, share it tomorrow, and I'm going to send it to somebody that really helps me to kind of hit goal. I'm wanting to find people that like my work and want to see my work succeed and want to see my work get out there. And I want to try to get to 100 backers. So if you can help me get to 100 backers, if anybody out there wants to try to help this campaign get to 100 backers, awesome. I will send this drawing to someone. Happy to do it as a thank you to someone for helping us crush goal. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If you want this art, yeah, you let me know. Right now, you're in the running because you've said you liked it. You've commented that you liked it. You've already put yourself head and shoulders above everyone else. You back the campaign, share the campaign, tell me you like the drawing, comment, share, post, anything you can do to help this Kickstarter campaign get funded, and I'll pick somebody. I'll choose you. I'll choose somebody. I don't know who I'll choose. Maybe you. So far, you're doing really good by saying you like the drawing. It's pretty much just who can stroke my ego. Is it you? So far, you said you liked it. That makes me feel good about myself. I appreciate that. Oh, I dropped the pen. That's all right. It's all part of the fun. I'll go back through and wipe that out. So, I want this art to go to someone that helps me and helps us get this Kickstarter goal. And if that's you, awesome. Happy to send it to whoever can help us hit goal, crush goal, and move on to stretch goals. Because I got a lot of awesome stretch goals planned. So, I've been on for an hour, and I'm going to keep rocking and rolling here. Because I'm enjoying drawing with you guys. Seem to be getting some good engagement. People seem to be digging what I'm doing. And I think, as with anything, the ability to talk about the work and show the work and share the work and my passion about the work, I think that helps to get people excited. And really, I want people to be excited because I'm excited. Because really, I love making comics, I love drawing. And it's something I'm passionate about. So we're at 15 backers, which is awesome. All right, what do I do now? Am I going to keep drawing this? Yes, I am. I have more to do on this. And what else? What else? Oh, original art levels, right? I have a couple. I have 4, right? Cyst, the Skin Grafter art levels. So if you want one of these drawings from me, right? This one's pretty dope. They're all pretty dope. I drew them all, so I like them. If you want one of these drawings, back for one of the original art levels. And if you don't want one of these, but you want me to draw something else for you, grab a commission level. And I'll be happy to draw a commission for you. So right now we're currently holding strong at 15 backers. Thank you to all 15 of those awesome backers. Really appreciate it. I know that there's a lot of things you could be doing and spending your time with and spending your money on, but I think, as we all know, that art and creative work is important right now. We've all got stories to tell. We've all got stuff we want to create. And I need your help to get these things to you so that you can enjoy them as much as I enjoy them and have them in your life. Because I love drawing and I love making comics. And without your support, we won't be able to do it. And this drawing is going to go to a backer. I'm going to give this to a backer. The rules for entering the contest are: back the campaign, A. B. Share the campaign a lot. Share it today, share it tomorrow, share it all week, share it all month. And then message me, post a comment, be engaged, tell me you like this drawing. That's it. All I have to do is those things, and I'll pick somebody. I'll be like, oh yeah, man, that person totally was like all over it, and they really helped to push the campaign and helped to get us to 100 backers and help us to crush goal. Like, oh man, I really appreciate them sharing it and supporting my work. I'm going to send them this drawing. That's how I'll pick. So, if you want this drawing, do those things. Back the campaign, share the campaign, help us get to 100 backers, help us hit goal in the first 48 hours, help us get this project funded and stretch gold, and I'll just send you a start. If you're like, oh man, I love that drawing, be like, awesome, it's going to go to somebody in the campaign. So, that's it. Not really a raffle, as much as it's kind of a raffle, but not really a raffle, because you could get it for nothing. Get it for a little bit of effort. So, what was that in the comments? Back to campaign. Back to campaign. share the campaign, and I'll hopefully these videos are rolling. Everybody can see it. Post a comment. Let me know if you can see it. I think we're working. All right. So yeah, we're holding strong at 15 backers. Thank you so much to all 15 of those backers. Oh, and it looks like Tracy was able to post comments on the YouTube. Oh yeah, the comments are working. Awesome. I wonder if it went to both. So yeah, I hope everyone's having an awesome day. Hope everyone is able to kind of enjoy whatever it is that they're working on, and hope that they're all able to find some joy and some happiness. And I just love drawing and making stuff. So every day I wake up and I'm like excited to work on my own characters and my own series. I love just kind of being able to be in control of my schedule. And the way I'm able to continue to do this is with the kindness and generosity of all my friends. So cool. I figured out how to make the chat work across multiple platforms. It's kind of fun. Wish I could get it to work on my phone, but I guess it doesn't matter. So yeah, back the campaign, share the campaign often, right? If you could share it today, that'd be great. If you could share it tomorrow, that'd be awesome too. Share it every day. And that will help us to hit goal and get to 100 backers. And then I can keep making awesome comics. So if you like my work, if you like what I'm creating, yeah, I'd love to send you this drawing. And yeah, message me if you're interested in knowing more about the campaign or more about the character. Happy to tell you about it. I'll give you another little brief synopsis. So he's Cyst is kind of a powerful weapon that's been imprisoned in the ocean, and so he's resurrected. He's called up from the deep, and at first he's disoriented and has to kind of fight to survive in this very hostile, violent reality, and then becomes more powerful as he absorbs, as he grafts more skin. So he's kind of a horror hero, kind of a darker, a little bit more metal, a little bit more slimier, a little grosser than some of my other stuff. Because I was like, it'd be cool if we did something a little darker, a little more creepy. Because I like characters like that. I like darker, magical, Conan sort of realities. So it's definitely more of that, swords and sorcery, I guess, kind of, but Conan-ish. With my own sort of 90s flair. And because I love 90s, over-the-top 90s comics, I think anybody that sees my work is like, oh, I see what you're going for there. I get it. So yeah, if we hit goal in the first 48, you will get a Versus 0 issue, digital. And that'll kind of show you what I'm doing with this new series, show you how the work is going to look. I'm really excited to share that. So I want to hit goal today and be able to push that out to everybody. And Yeah, thank you so much to everybody, to the 15 backers that support my work. It means a ton to me. It means a lot. I want to hit 100 backers. So putting that out into the universe. 100 backers. Yeah, and if you want this drawing, let me know. And if you want to see the side of my face while I draw, then I'll just lean in like that. Kind of an odd view. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I can only do read only on. Yeah, that's fine. What else can I do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna change my Facebook profile picture. Oh, that's awesome. Chris Vance posted that. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Gonna just update my profile picture real quick. Boop. So what's everybody up to today? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day and enjoying the wonderful weather or watching me draw. A lot of people are saying like, oh, I gotta be at work. I'm like, ooh. Me too. But luckily, my work is this. And I love it. I love this. Hey, 16 backers. That's cool. Alright, so next in the phases, so we've done this, right? We did that. And we did these. This is just Higgins Black Magic. It's kind of a brush tip, but I just fill it with my own ink. So I can do these kind of wacky, rough lines, because I like that look. So I got a couple of these. This is the only tools we've used thus far, right? So Micron, watercolor brush with ink in it, Pentel Pocket Brush Pen that I've refilled with my own ink, Higgins Black Magic. I don't like the ink that comes in these, but I refill it with my own ink, so it's all the same tone. Because it's Black Magic ink, kind of like a shinier, different, it's got a different sort of look to it. Doesn't absorb the same. Not that Higgins ink is terrible. It's just it's weird if you mix it with other inks. You get this weird sort of combo ink. Like, is it black? Is it gray? I don't really know. So I like to kind of have it be all the same, and that means using my own ink. All right, warm in here now. Oops. The other thing I've been doing is I've been sitting to draw a lot lately, but I do like standing. All right, pencil sharpener. So now I'm going to use Prismacolor color pencils. And what are these? Faber-Castell color pencils. Just to kind of throw some tones in, and again, try to create a three-dimensional looking shape, right? And the reason why I don't necessarily always use two different ones, but sometimes I find that some of them are a little smoother. So like these like this one, I find that there's a little bit of inconsistency with them. So like, oh, this one's like that, right? You're like, oh, wow, that's great. That's a useless, just garbage, stupid color pencil breaking. That's not helpful at all. Thanks, Prismacolor. Glad I sharpened it. All right, doing another one. That's a sharpener. There. Let's try this. So yeah, holding strong at 16 backers. Thank you to all 16 of those awesome backers. Really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And almost a quarter of the way there. Because there always is that stress and fear, but stress that you're like, I'm going to make this thing and I'm going to create this campaign. I hope people show up. I hope people want it. I think it's cool. I think people dig it. So it is always kind of nice when you're like, yeah, 16 people think it's dope. I'm like, awesome. I want to get to 100 people who think it's dope, but I'm psyched about those 16. I for sure appreciate all 16 of those people. And really, campaign's only been going for an hour and a half. And, getting to 100 backers starts with the first 16. And the other thing that's tough about, this environment is it's easy to compare. You're like, oh, well, so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that and blah, blah, blah. And you can't do that. You can't get caught up in that. I know it's something we all have to kind of wrestle with in this world of social media where you're like, well, they did this and they got that. Yeah, and that's just them. That's not you. Can't worry about that. It doesn't help. Really no benefit to comparing yourself or feeling as though you're not as valuable or not as you are valuable. Whatever you're creating, whether as long as you love it and are passionate about it, it's valuable. I value it. I value you, whoever you are. No gatekeepers. Anything you want to make, you make it. And then you let the world decide whether they want it. And if they don't, it doesn't matter. Keep making it. Don't let anybody tell you what they think you should make. You make what you're passionate about. You make what you love. Whatever that is. That's the whole thing. That's life. That's life. You make stuff you love. You make stuff you're passionate about. And rinse and repeat. And hopefully you're able to find people that dig it. But I bet you if you make stuff you're passionate about, it's been my experience that you'll find people that are also passionate about the stuff you make. Maybe not as a million people, but 16 people. 16 people are psyched about what I'm doing. And that's incredible. It's incredibly important to me. That's just kind of like, wow, cool. 16 people get it. They're picking up what I'm putting down. And that means the world to me. And I think, too, is that people, I would hope, with what I'm creating, they can tell that there's a genuine love of the medium. I grew up reading comic books. This is what I want to do. This is what I think about. This is what I work on every day. I just want to get really good at making these things, telling stories and creating worlds and creating characters. And Syst, the skin grafter, systcomic.com, is my favorite thing I've done so far. I think people will really get a kick out of it. I hope that people really enjoy it. And I hope that we hit goal today. Let's hit goal today. Let's hit 2K today. And then move on to stretch goals. The book's done. Issue 1 of Syst, the Skin Grafter is finished. Just need your help to get it printed and distributed. And And if you want this drawing, I'm doing right now, just back the campaign, share the campaign as much as you can, tag me in it, post it, whatever. Find people that want what I'm doing, and I'll send it to somebody. Message me, be like, "Oh man, I love that drawing you did in that live stream." I'll be like, "What are you talking about? I don't remember it." And then you'd be like, "That one where he's like jumping off of a rock." Be like, "You'll have to be more specific." Be like, "That one you said you'd give away to someone." I'm like, "Oh yeah." That's how the conversation will happen. I know me. I know that's exactly how the conversation will happen. And then you'll be like, "I totally want that." I'm like, "Did you back the campaign?" They're like, "Of course." And I'll be like, "Well, did you share the campaign a bunch?" Be like, "Yeah, dude, like every day." And I'm like, "Wow, man, that's awesome. You totally helped us to hit goal and cruise on to stretch goals. Let me send that drawing to you." And then you'll be like, "Awesome. I love that drawing. Cool." And I'll be like, "No, you're awesome. Thank you for sharing the campaign and helping us hit goal. You're the best." And then you'll be like, "No, you're the best." And I'm like, "No, cut it out. I appreciate you." And then you'll be like, "Stop it. I'm flattered." And I'll be like, "Oh, you're just so good." So that's the conversation that we'll have, or something like that. I don't know, maybe not that specifically. Yeah. So I think that I think when people see the Versus issue 0 that they're gonna get, the digital comic for when we hit goal in 48 hours, because I'm really confident we're gonna do that, because we're already almost a quarter of the way there. Once we crush that goal and they see the Versus 0, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, this is crazy. This is what Sis is gonna look like." And be like, "Yeah, buddy." And you're gonna be like, "Whoa, that's insane." I'm like, I know. Gonna blow your mind open. And I'm showing it to a couple people, and they're totally digging it. And I don't know what else to say. We're at 16 backers, almost a quarter of the way to go. Got some awesome stretch goals that are going to be coming at you, and we got some cool guest artists that were able to throw their work in the ring, throw their hat in the ring. And I'm really, really appreciative to those creators that wanted to donate art. And if you're a creator and you want to draw my characters, go for it. If you're like, I give you full permission. If you want to draw Cyst, do it. If you want to draw Versus, go for it. Or Hood, knock yourself out. I'd love to see it. And hope everyone has a wonderful 6th of July. Hope they had a great 4th of July. I had a really nice chill day. Hung out with my folks. Still trying to socially distance with everyone, because, that's what you got to do. But still had a nice time. Just kind of taking it easy. Trying to prepare this campaign, which so far has been a huge success. So I'm just going to keep going through and color on this. And what else? I guess that's it. So if you want this drawing, back the campaign, share the campaign a bunch, and message me and tell me you want it. And I'll make sure to give it to somebody, to send it to, pick somebody that has helped us to hit goal and helps us to get to 100 backers and helps us to crush stretch goals. And I'll send it to you if you really want it. I want it to go to somebody that helps us to get this thing funded. So it's like a giveaway reward. I want it to go to somebody that's excited about what I'm doing and wants it to be successful. So I'm kind of like using people, not using them. I'm asking people that are motivated about what I'm doing, and I'm rewarding them with this gift of appreciation for I'd broken another one for helping us to make this newest campaign a success. And yeah, while you're on Kickstarter, I got some buddies that are running Kickstarters, so what else is going on Kickstarter? The Wreckage, Noah has his book, buddy of mine. Definitely check that out. And what else? Well, there's another one too, I forgot. But there's a bunch of other good projects right now. If what I'm doing is something you're into, cool, awesome. But if what I'm doing isn't what you're into, there's other stuff out there by independent creators that you might connect with. Or maybe you connect with what I'm doing and with what they're doing. I don't know. But there's a bunch of great stuff. And if you can, right now is a great time to support independent comics and independent creators, because there's no conventions. There's no publishing going on for us right now. Stores are all closing. So if you want us to keep making stuff, if you're like, wow, I really wish that there were more independent voices, I really wish that there was more creators that were passionate about what they're working on, that were making stuff that really spoke to them and really spoke to me. Well, the way that you keep independent creators going is by funding their work, promoting their work, sharing their work, being excited about their work. That's how we all do this, is by finding people like what we're doing and want to support it and want to share it. So now's your chance. Hopefully what I'm doing, you get it and you get a kick out of it and want to see more of it. And if you want this drawing, awesome. Message me. Back campaign. Share the campaign. If you want one of these other drawings, these are available on the campaign. So grab one of these awesome drawings. That one or that one. Just message me and let me know which one you want. Big face, skull background, claw, fists. Those are all available in the campaign. Get it. Get it. Oh, and if you want all the original artwork for the Oppressors issue 1, that's there. I was like, why don't I just offer this as one big portfolio of work? Because I did all the Oppressors traditionally. It's all pencil and ink. And so that's there. So if somebody wants to grab that, that would help us to hit goal early. That would be awesome. So, yeah, it'd be great. But I realize that's a big ask. It's all the original art for the Oppressors. It took me months to draw that. So, it's a portfolio filled with art. That's a lot. But maybe there's somebody out there that wants that. I don't know. It'd be pretty cool to have it. That would help me to keep making stuff. So if you're like, geez, that'd be great to own an entire issue of a comic book with covers and interior pages. It's there. Oppressors issue 1. It's at least a portfolio filled with character studies and designs and all the inks, all the pencils are on separate pages, on separate boards. So it's a lot of art. So if you enjoyed the Oppressors, jump in, own the whole book. Only original art for the entire book. So yeah, that's what Cyst the Skin Grafter looks like. Looks like this. Just magically drew that. Just like magic. It only takes time and hard work. And it's just like magic. So what else do I gotta do? Let's draw some. Cut in some of these lines. So I go in and cut in some white lines. Just kind of give a little sheen. Like that. A little low light. A little rim light on some things. Pull them out. We can do that. We'll smudge them. So we're currently at 17 backers. Whoa. Thanks, everybody. We're almost a quarter of the way there. That's awesome. I really, really appreciate everybody backing and sharing. And if you want this drawing, back the campaign, share the campaign a bunch. Help us hit 100 backers. Help us hit goal. Let's hit goal in the first 48 hours. And then we can move on to stretch goals. And I think people are really going to dig this new series. I think people are going to get a kick out of it. It's pretty fun. And it connects to the bigger Archive universe. So if you're like, oh, I really miss Warhood. Well, it's like, oh, I really miss... See, I want to know what Versus is up to. Well, what about Ledge? What's that knucklehead doing? Well, maybe you'll find out. Maybe you'll find out. But first we got to get Cyst the Skin Grafter funded. Once we get this funded, then we can go on to the next awesome thing. But I want to get 20 backers. Let's stay on until I hit 20 backers. And yeah, I hope people grab the Luis Rivera and Bill Walco and Chris Vance and Ian Nichols rewards. Those, I'm super appreciative for those guys for jumping in. And so much fun to have friends of mine that wanted to draw my characters, you know, total thrill. So I think this is pretty good. I think I'm pretty done. I don't know what I'm going to do now, though. So I signed DA like that because I love Frank Miller, and he signs FM. That's why I've been doing that. But I know other people are like, oh, you got to really sign your name so people can see it. Like, right, Dylan or Andrews. And I was like, really? I don't know. That seems kind of weird. Maybe. Occasionally what I'll do is I'll just go back through with a thicker pen and pull out the things that are in the foreground. So like this hand would be closer, so I give it a little more line weight. Like this. So yeah, something like that. I think that was dope. You can kind of help to push that forward. So that feels more like it's coming at you now. Maybe you can't tell, but it does. It's subtle, but it's there. So do that at a couple different spots. Low light areas. I'm going to do it there. Yeah, it feels like that's coming forward. That's cool. His knee probably just to kind of separate it a little bit. I know, like Freddie Williams will do this with rim light. Like he'll go through and do a lot of white areas. But I kind of like to do it with that, like that. That looks dope. Cool. But I like a thinner holding line just because it looks less chunky. That's just what I prefer. Like that. Alright. There you go. Assist with a skin grafter. If you want this drawing, comment. Back the campaign. Share the campaign. Help us hit goal. Message me and let me know you want it. That's pretty much what it's going to take. That's not too hard, right? Alright, we're currently holding strong at 17 backers. Thank you so much to all 17 of those backers. I really, really appreciate it. I'll keep drawing a little bit just because why not? Let's do a 2-hour live as well. I can hold it closer so you can see the textures. But really, if you want to see the textures, you want to own this drawing. And the way you own this drawing is by backing the campaign, sharing the campaign, and helping us hit goal and crush goals. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. What is the next thing I'm going to draw? I don't know. I hadn't really thought that far ahead. Let's draw verses. My other character verses. We'll noodle away at that for a little bit. That'll be fun. As we continue to crush goals. And let's do this. Yeah, so I'm just posting here, sharing this to a couple different places so people can see it. Great comics. So yeah, working hard on, we're currently holding strong at 17 backers. And super psyched that there are 17 people that want what I am doing. It means a lot to me so far. I mean, because the thing is, anytime you're making any of these anytime you're making any of these books, you want to find people that like what you're doing. You want to find people that like your work. And I'm so appreciative to have found people that like what I'm making and want to support it. It means so much to me. And hopefully we'll hit 100 backers and have a bunch of stretch goals and a bunch of awesome stuff. I mean, that's really the goal with this, is to not just make this. That's a really dark pencil. That's no good. That's no good. Cool, we're at 18 backers. That's rad. Really, the goal isn't to just do this one book. The goal is to keep creating books and creating art, creating stuff that people want. And really, that's the thing with what I'm doing is I want to create a world. I'm creating a world. So it's this archive universe, the Dylanverse. I want to really have an entire world of characters that people connect with and enjoy. So we have the Oppressors, which is Versus and Spine and Bulgarian, and then we have Warhood, and then we have this new one, Cyst the Skin Grafter. And if you want this drawing, it's available. What you got to do is back the campaign, share the campaign, and help us to hit 100 backers, help us to crush goal, and then, yeah, then I'll send it to somebody. Easy as that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Again, currently at 18 backers, which is awesome. Hoping to hit 20. I wanted to hit 20 today. So heck, let's boost that. Let's hit 40 today. Let's keep it rolling. We're almost at a quarter of the way there in the first 2 hours. And I got nothing else to do today. I got nowhere to go. So let's just keep drawing. I'll draw all day if you want me to. That's what I was going to do anyway. Just got to make sure I stay hydrated. That's the thing is, you get thirsty, and that's no good. Make sure you stay hydrated. So, I gotta make sure I drink water. 19 backers! Thank you, all 19 backers. You're the best. So yeah, systcomic.com. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, go to systcomic.com. Yeah. Kickstarter today. Today. And if you want, this is drawing underneath there. If you want this drawing, back the campaign, share the campaign, help us hit 100 backers, help us crush goal. We're at 19 backers. We've almost gotten to a quarter of the way to goal. I really, really appreciate everybody that likes what I'm doing and wants to support it. It means so much to me. It's so wonderful to find people that like my art and like my comics. And hopefully there's something that you're creating. I'd love to see what other people are making. You know, I don't think that making art, making stories is a one-way street. I think obviously there's a lot of incredible creators out there right now making things, and we have to do everything we can to kind of promote people that are passionate about their work, you know, because there's a lot of challenges in our world right now, and really making art and drawing and telling stories is something I think the world needs more of. You know, as much as people have stories to tell, no one should tell you that you can't tell your story. No one should decide what they think is, you know, economically feasible or economically, you know, that's the thing I dislike about publishing, is that there's so much concern and worry about revenue, whereas I feel it's like, no, you make awesome stuff and then you find people that like it and then they support it. That's the way I see it, right? As opposed to like, what do we think the financial, how can we turn this into a movie? It's like, well, yeah, I mean, that's cool, but really it's the making the comic books, making the thing. That's the best, right? Making the thing. It's like, if it becomes something else later, awesome, but I don't make anything hoping to have it be something later. It's like, no, I make the thing first. So like with my Dylanverse, which has Versus and Sis the Skin Grafter, Warhood, Ledge. I love making characters. I love drawing stories. And if you want this drawing, all you gotta do is back the campaign. We're currently at 19 backers. Back the campaign, share the campaign, and let me know why you think why am I your favorite artist? Oh, that's kind of silly. Why do you love comic books? And yeah, share the heck out of it. The more we share it, I want to get to 100 backers. I want to get to 100 backers. I want to get to goal today. Let's hit goal today. We're almost a quarter of the way there. It's only been like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. I lost track of time. But it has not been very long. So this is Versus from The Oppressors. He's kind of a grumpier, more of a... He's less kind. He's definitely more of a jerk. He's a lot of fun to draw. He's got these sort of like fire fist things I thought were kind of fun. Got like swords. Are they swords? I don't know. Maybe they are. And yeah, so totally fun character to draw. And if you back the campaign and we hit goal in the first 48 hours, then yeah, if we hit goal in the first 48 hours, everybody gets a Versus 0. Everybody gets a Versus 0 digital comic, which is kind of fun. Yeah, let's go in and ink this up, or pencil it up. So yeah, what I do with my penciling lately is I've been doing a lighter pencil. And then because the paper's really gummy because of humidity, I've been having to go in with a darker graphite. And this is just a little sharpener. And then what I'll do is I'll like clean off in the gummy eraser, just a kneaded eraser. That eraser is needed. And then just go in and start. Now I could do this with a blue pencil, but again, with the humidity the way it is right now, trying to draw over a waxy blue pencil probably be kind of aggravating. So just gonna do it like this. And yeah, the campaign is kicking butt right now. We are at 19 backers. So let's crush it and get to 20 backers. Almost a quarter to go. And if you want this drawing, just let me know. This is Sis the Skin Grafter. Back the campaign, share the campaign, help us hit 100 backers, help us hit goal. I'll send this to someone. Message me, be like, I love that drawing you did in the live stream. I want that drawing. I'll be like, dope. I'll send it to you. And if you want one of these other drawings, these are also available, right? So these are the original Sis drawing. Oops, drop a pencil. Reward levels. So if you want the big head, or you want the skull background, or you want the claw, or you want the fists, just tell me and be like, oh man, I love that one. I backed at that campaign. In the campaign, I backed for that pledge reward level. And be like, oh, dope, which one do you want? Skull background. Rad, I'll send it to you. So yeah, a bunch of awesome reward levels. And of course, I got my buddies, Chris Vance, Ian Nichols, Bill Walco. They've all donated artwork to this campaign. So if you're into it, if you want what I'm doing, if you want to help us hit goal, let's do it. I'm super psyched to be doing this. I think it's an awesome comic. The comic book is done. We're currently just looking at hit goal so I can print it and ship it to people. Book is finished. So go to sistcomic.com. Looks like that. If we hit goal in the first 48 hours, if we hit goal in the first 48 hours, you'll get a Digital versus Zero comic. And, oops, I'm dropping stuff. There's a Digital versus Zero comic and stickers. Everybody will get Warhood chromed out stickers. Yeah, so that's what's going on with me today. Just working on that. Kickstarter came out good. I think people are digging it. Man, we're so close to 500. If you haven't backed, now's your chance. Jump in right now. Help us get to a quarter of the way there. Go to sistcomic.com. And, yeah, let's hit goal. So we can go on a stretch goals. I got a bunch of awesome stretch goals. And the thing about the campaign is, like, the initial goal, like, you won't be charged until the campaign ends, right? So if you're like, oh, man, can't do it, be like, don't worry about it. Back right now, you aren't charged until the end. So it ends at the end of July. So if you're like, oh, sweet, awesome, yeah, I love it, I want to get in, like, great, let's hit goal. Then you're charged at the end, and then you're going to pretty quickly get your rewards because the comic book is finished. Comic book is done. I just need to print it and distribute it. And this will be my 8th campaign that I've successfully fulfilled on. I think that's the thing, too, is it's like people are maybe apprehensive about doing or promoting or backing Kickstarters because they're like, oh, man, will I ever get my things? How long till I get my rewards? Is it going to be years? No, it'll be weeks for sure because the books they're done. So I just need people that, to want the comic, and then I send it to them because the comic is done. The comic is finished. I've drawn it already. That's what I've been doing the last month. Just drawing that comic. So if you're concerned about it taking a while to get to you, don't be concerned. You'll get it right away. Well, not right away, but weeks, not months, weeks. For sure. All I'm gonna have to do is get people's shipping info. And I'll send them right out. So we're currently at 19 backers. Go to sistcomic.com and let's get to 20 backers. Who wants to help me get to 20 backers? Do you want to be the 20th backer? Well, jump in. Now's your chance. This is a good time to, if you like comic books and you like my comic books. We're at 19 backers. And if you want this drawing, back the campaign, share the campaign a bunch, help us get to 100 backers, help us crush goal, and I'll send you this. Just tell me you want it. Be like, oh man, remember that drawing? I'll be like, no. I don't remember. You'd be like, that one with the dude, cyst, and he's like on a rock. You said you're going to give it, and I want it. And I'll be like, oh yeah, totally, man. Let me send that out to you. I'll send it out with your rewards. I got your address. And then you'll be like, dope, that's rad, man. Thanks so much. I'll be like, no, thank you for helping us to crush goal. Couldn't have done it without everybody's kindness and generosity. And you'll be like, oh yeah, no, I'm so psyched to have your stuff, man. I love your work. I'll be like, that's rad. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's how it'll go. Let's get to 20 backers. Come on, backer number 20. Who's it gonna be? Who wants to back number 20? We're almost at a quarter of the way there. And there's some great reward levels left. Oh, it's warm in here. Anytime I work with the door closed, it's hot. I'm going to have to open the door. It's a beautiful sunny summer day. What's everybody working on? I'm doing this, obviously. But what are you guys doing? Everybody doing anything fun? Feel free to comment. Let me know what's going on with you. I hope it's awesome. I know the world is a weird place right now, but I think, if we can all just kind of find stuff that we love and enjoy and fill our lives with creative, passionate energy, I think that that's what I can do. So that's what I'm going to do. And if you go to sistcomic.com right now and be back at number 20, you'll help us get that much closer to having this comic book printed and distributed. And it connects to the archive universe, right? So the thing about the Dylan verse, what I'm creating here is, I don't know if people have seen it, but I'll show you again. So this is volume 1 of Archive, right? The Warhood Odyssey. This is available in a bundle. This is volume 2. Volume 2 is issues 4, 5, and 6. So this is 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then this is the Oppressors that just came out. This is also available with Cyst, the Skin Grafter, in some bundles. If you missed out on these books, they're available. Dylanverse, Batlantic Studios, Archived Universe. I'm thrilled to be able to make comics. I'm thrilled to be able to have people that like my work and want to support it. I'm going to keep doing this. And so Cyst is revealed in the Oppressors issue 1, right? And so you kind of see him here and what's going on with him. So this character's journey and how he connects with Warhood and how he connects with Versus, how he connects with Ledge, that's all kind of touched on. That's all part of this Cyst, the Skin Grafter issue number 1. So if you enjoyed the Oppressors, if you enjoyed Archive, Warhood, then you're going to like Cyst, and I think it's a leap forward as far as my creative abilities. I think people are going to be like, whoa, this is next level. Like, I know, right? For sure. I like when I have these conversations with myself. Like, I don't know, it cracks me up. So, please go to cystcomic.com right now and be the 20th backer. We'll keep crushing goals here. And I'll just keep drawing. There currently have a bunch of people watching, and I'll keep drawing if you keep watching. So I got a couple different graphites going here. So what's everyone up to today? Anything fun? Working? A lot of people working? Anybody listen to any good music lately? Yeah, sometimes when I pencil, I tend to not give it as much detail as I need when I'm inking. Everybody else do that, and you're like, oh, that's the inker's problem. It's like, oh man, I'm the inker. I'm gonna have to figure out what was meant to be done here. So, campaign's been going for 2 hours, and we're almost a quarter of the way to the goal. Thank you so much to everybody for backing it. Thank you for sharing it. You know, you never know how these things are going to go. You hope that they start well and finish strong. And I've done a bunch of campaigns, and I've always been nervous and anxious about, you know, putting myself out there, showing my work, and trying to get people to get excited about it. But I'm always so appreciative and so thrilled when I'm able to find people that are like, yeah, we get it. This is dope. I'm like, thank you. I'm glad that I found people that like what I'm making. And they're like, yeah, we want you to keep making awesome stuff. I'm like, cool. Well, here's your chance to help us keep making awesome stuff. And I appreciate it immensely. And yeah, I got a bunch of stuff planned for the rest of the year. Just since there's no conventions, I'm just drawing all day and making stuff. So if you're like, oh, cool, what are we doing next? Be like, well, let's get this one funded, and then I'll start showing you what I'm going to be doing next. Because Cyst is finished. The art is finished. The book is done. Cyst, the Skin Grafter, just need to send it out to you. We got a hit goal. Once this end of this month, crush goal, and move on to stretch goals and keep making awesome stuff. And if you don't like Facebook, I'm also on Twitch and YouTube. DylanDistraction.com is my YouTube. So if you want to watch the replay of this later, that's a good place to do it. And if not, if you're like, I get it, that's enough of you. But yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm hoping to get, well, we got to hit goal first, right? Hit goal, and then everybody gets a versus 0 digital comic, awesome. And then everybody gets the all the physical reward backers get chromed out stickers, chromed out warhead stickers, dope. And then once we hit that goal, then we can move on to stretch goals. And the stretch goals I got are pretty grandiose. I want to be able to provide everybody with a second cover. So you'll get 2 comics. You'll get a standard cover and then you'll get a variant cover. All the physical reward backers will get 2 covers, even if you just back at the most basic level. Because I think that's kind of cool. You know, it's like, oh, sweet, I get 2 comic books. Like, yeah, totally. The variant cover and a standard cover. And then if we get to the next goal, the next stretch goal would be you get a blank cover, standard cover, and a variant cover. So you get 3 comic books. That's kind of dope. And then the next thing after that is I would like to do a guest variant. But that's, you know, if we get there, that'd be great. I have a couple people in mind. I'd love to have them do guest variant covers, but I'd have to be able to compensate them for their work. And so in order to be able to do that, I have to be able to hit that next goal. So the way we're going to be able to do all those awesome things is by hitting goal early, sharing this campaign, you know, pledge as much as you can now, and help us hit goal and help us cruise on to stretch goals. So this is how I pencil. Just kind of rough out where everything goes, and then I'll print it out as blue lines and do inks like this. Yeah, and if you'd rather have this drawing, maybe I'll give away both. You know? I don't know. If we hit goal, and if you really want my art, and you're able to share the campaign and help us hit goal, hit 100 backers, awesome. You know? I'd love to be able to give back to people that are passionate about my work and want to support it and want to share it. You know, I think anybody that knows me knows I'm thrilled to find people like what I'm doing, and I'd be happy to send them these drawings with their rewards. Just back the campaign, share the campaign a bunch, help us hit goal, help us crush goal. Hey, 20 backers. Thank you, 20 backers. We are over a quarter of the way there. That's really nice. 20 backers. That's awesome. I'm going to post about that on Facebook. Thank you so much to all 20 backers who like my work and want to see it, want to see Sis the Skin Grafter get made. Awesome. So cool. All right, I'm going to post that in purple. I am feeling thankful. So awesome. So yeah, a quarter of the way there. Not bad in the first 2 hours. Psyched about that. I want to hit 100 backers, so we're almost a quarter of the way to the number of backers I want to get. I know 20 backers is ambitious. I mean, 100 backers is ambitious, but you know, if everybody backs and shares, you know, I think 100 backers is achievable. I think this comic book and all the other comic books I've done. You know, I think people realize that I'm producing quality stuff in a timely fashion, and I think that, you know, they hopefully want to see where I'm going with this whole universe, the Dylanverse, and I'm happy to keep making stuff. I just gotta make sure I keep finding people that like my work, and so that means doing crowdfunding. That means doing Kickstarters or whatever other platforms are available, and able to kind of take this energy and take this enthusiasm that people have for my work and be able to keep making more awesome work. So I really, really, really appreciate everybody that likes what I'm doing and wants to share it and support it. I really mean that. And it's important to stay hydrated. So yeah, currently kicking butt on Kickstarter. 20 backers, and yeah, jump in now. Now's the time. This campaign is running all month, but if we hit goal in the first 48, everybody gets Versus Zero gets a Versus Zero digital comic, and which I think is dope. Just finished it. Looks great. Bunch of cool stuff. And they also get the physical reward backers get chromed out Warhood stickers. Yeah, well, we can keep drawing. I gotta open the door to the Todd here. Stuff game. 20 back. Oh boy. That's better. So what's everyone else up to today? I'm obviously working on a Kickstarter campaign, but anybody doing anything fun? It's the only reason I like using the blue pencil more than the graphite is that, like, I can't get it real super clean. You know, like I see Dave Finch go in, he'll take the kneaded eraser and he'll bring it down. And it's like, if I was to hand this to an inker, there's just too many lines. I don't think people will be able to decipher. If you're an inker and you see this, you let me know. Is this too loose for someone to look at and be like, I know what you're trying to do here? Because I don't use inkers. I don't think I've ever had, well, maybe once or twice. Maybe Chris Vance has inked. I think, yeah, Chris Vance inked a pinup for just a little quick convention sketch I did. Yeah, that's right. So CV, Vancey Pants, he did. And Chris Vance's artwork is available in my campaign. So if you like Chris Vance's artwork, which you should, because it's awesome, his work is available in the campaign. You could grab a drawing of my character from him. His stuff's great. He's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. And what are the other artists I have? Oh yeah, Bill the Thrill Walco. He's doing a ledge drawing. Luis, the hardest working man in comics, Rivera. Don't know what he's doing, but it's going to be awesome because I love his work. Good dude. And Ian. I don't have a good nickname for Ian. Ian the Killer Chase Nichols. That's a long name. Ian the Killer Chase Nichols. I like how they all have like wrestling names now. He did a crazy looking, awesome looking cyst, which is, I hope no one backs for it. I want to keep it. To be quite honest with you. I'm like, do I have to offer this? This is really cool. So no one backed that one. So, well, back if you want. But, yeah, you should probably back it. But it's so good. I mean, Chris's is awesome too. I love Vance's style. And Bill's stuff I'm a huge fan of Bill and his work. It's so good. He's doing a bunch of awesome stuff. And Luis's stuff is great too. So everybody's going to be crushing it. So definitely jump on it. If those are artists that you like, you support my work and you support their work at the same time. Which is fun. So holding strong at 20 backers. Hey, thanks so much, man. Thanks Appreciate you watching, Denny. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, you can watch here, or you can watch at DylanDistraction.com. I don't know if I can comment that, but I don't think I can. But appreciate it. Watch here, watch at DylanDistraction.com. And, of course, SystComic.com if you want to back the campaign, share the campaign. Got a bunch of awesome reward levels. And I'm just going to keep drawing because there's still people watching. So if you're watching, chime in with a thumbs up or a like or a comment. Let me know if you're digging what I'm doing. Let me know if you backed. Let me know what pledge reward level you thought was dope. Let me know if anything looks weird and you're like, oh, that looks weird. What's going on there? And I'll be like, I don't know. But yeah, comment on the Facebook video or on the YouTube video or on the Twitch video. And tell me what your favorite food is. No, I don't care. Tell me what pledge reward level you back for at syscomic.com. And tell me what your favorite Dylanverse character is. Is it Warhood? Is it Versus? Is it me? Is it Ledge? I love them all. They're all my children. Is it Tachi? Is it Locke? Is it Yari? Is it Vulgarian? I got a lot of characters. Jeez. Just keep going. Is it Spine? Is it none of them? You think they're all derivative and you hate my work? That's odd. I don't know why you're watching this video, but whatevs. Yeah, syscomic.com Kickstarter. We're currently holding strong at 20 backers. Thank you so much to everybody that's backed. And yeah, if you want this drawing or this drawing, heck, I'll give you 2 people. Why not? All you gotta do is back the campaign, share the campaign, and help us hit 100 backers, help us hit goal, help us push on to stretch goals, and then just tell me which drawing you want. Like, oh, I really want that Versus drawing. Or, oh, I really want that Assist the Skin Grafter drawing. And be like, oh yeah, totally. I'll hook you up. And I'll send it with your rewards. So it helps me to get the word out about the campaign with my friends. And it helps you, because you get a dope drawing that I drew in a live for nothing. Well, not for nothing. You got to back the campaign. But I'm happy to send it to you if you help us hit goal. Help us hit stretch goals. And comment. Message me. Be like, oh man, I love that drawing. I want it. Be like, sweet. Did you back the campaign? Be like, yeah. Be like, awesome. Did you share the campaign a bunch? It's like, yeah, totally. Awesome. Well, I'd love to send you that awesome drawing. Which one did you want? Oh, I want the one with the dude with the fire fists. Be like, which one? That's both of them. Like the armored guy. Be like, oh, that's Versus. Yeah, I'll totally send that to you. Sweet. Or if you're like, the guy with the skin cape. I'm like, oh, that's Cyst, Skin Grafter. Be like, yeah, that's gross. I'm like, I know, I made it up. All my work is kind of gross, even if you don't realize it. It's all subtly gross. Especially the oppressors. People are like, what's this comic about? Be like, oh, it's gross. Like, don't look that gross. Be like, oh, look again. It's gross. So, 20 backers. Thank you so much to all 20 of those backers. I appreciate you. You're good people. And yeah, share this live video if you want. Share systcomic.com if you're into that. If you like sharing links, post it on your socials, email it to people, post it on your Instagram stories, post it on your Twitter feeds, on the Twitters, tag me in it. Any way we can find new people that like what I'm doing just helps me to make more awesome stuff. So if you have people that you're like, oh, who would love this? So-and-so. Be like, great, send it to them. And if they're like, I don't really love it, like, that's cool. You don't have to. But if you do, that's great. Yeah, so hope everyone's having a great day. Currently at holding strong at 20 backers. Oh, that's cool. of fun to just sit and draw all day. Been spending a lot of time working on like setting up the Kickstarter and working on the comic books. Well, that's sitting and drawing all day too, but that's usually, I've been doing a lot of digital stuff. So working traditionally just sitting in pencil, paper, pen, ink. That's fun, you know. Been doing digital roughs, and so it's kind of nice just to have a change of pace. But it's so nice that I want to go for a walk. So yeah, we're at 20 backers, holding strong at 20 backers. Thank you to all 20 of those 20 backers. I'm going to stop drawing pretty soon. So if you want me to keep drawing, just comment below. Let me know what it is that you like about my work, and let me know if you back the campaign, sistcomic.com. And if you want one of these two drawings, Sist the Skin Grafter or Verses from the Oppressors, back the campaign at sistcomic.com. Share the heck out of the campaign. It's going to be rolling all month, but anything you can do to help us get more backers, get more eyeballs, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to crush this campaign goal so we can move on to stretch goals. If we hit goal in the first 48 hours, everybody gets a digital Versus issue 0. And if you want one of these drawings, just help us hit 100 backers, help us crush the campaign goal, and help us move on to stretch goals. It's as simple as that. I can't make it any more simple than that. If you help us crush the campaign goal, I will send you one of these drawings. Be like, I love that drawing, send it to me. I'll be like, all right, did you back the campaign? Yes. Did you share the heck out of the campaign all month? Yes. Did you comment and tell me that you wanted that drawing? Yes. Like, awesome. That's all it took. You get a drawing. That's fun, right? Kind of fun, sort of. So we're at 20 backers. I'd love to get to 40 backers today. I'm going to have to step off of this live in a minute or two, but go to sistcomic.com, back this campaign, help us hit goal. You aren't going to be charged until the campaign ends. And thank you so much to everybody that enjoys my work and wants to support it. It means a lot to me. And yeah, comment below if you have any comments. And can't really see all the comments, I don't think, but I think I'm seeing some of the comments. And thank you so much for sharing this video. Thanks so much for liking my work. Thanks so much for helping us to get to a quarter of the way to goal. So excited to have this campaign underway. And yeah, I like doing these live streams too, because I like talking to myself. No, I don't like talking to myself. I like talking to people. So I hope everyone that's out there listening to me talk is enjoying the conversation we're having. Feel free to comment in this video, even on the replay. I'll still try to answer comments. If you're like, hey, what pencil is that? Be like, all right, let me tell you. Or where did you get that eraser? Be like, I ordered it off the internet. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, erasers are pretty great. And if you're like, I think your art's great, I'd be like, awesome. Back the campaign. Share the campaign. And I'll send you a drawing. Be like, awesome, I want the armored guy with the fire fist. Be like, great. I'll hook you up. Yeah, that's cool. That looked cool. Yeah, I got a bunch of awesome reward levels, bunch of awesome art, bunch of awesome comics, all creator owned. It's all mine. And psyched to be able to make comics and share them with you. And we're holding strong at 20 backers, which is rad. So definitely want to try to get to 100 backers, so we're almost a quarter of the way there. And want to crush goals so we can move on to stretch goals. I've got a bunch of awesome stretch goals planned. So definitely back the campaign, share the campaign, tell your friends, tell your enemies. We're running all month of July, but really want to just kind of crush goal early and move on to stretch goals. That's the hope. That's the plan. That's what I'm thinking. So this looks cool. Good looking drawing. So yeah, I think I'm going to sign off now, but thank you everyone for watching. Go to systcomic.com. Let me do a little sign off. But I'll be back. If you know me, you know that I can't stay away forever. Alright, let's do this. Hey everybody, thanks so much for helping us to get to 20 backers. Thank you to all 20 of those backers. Really appreciate it. If you want one of these drawings, let me know. Be happy to send it to you. All you have to do is back the campaign, share the campaign a bunch, help us get to 100 backers, help us crush goal, and I'll send you one of these drawings. So you get Sis the Skin Graft. It's kind of funny how it's backwards. Or Versus, right? Versus from the Oppressors. Right? Maybe I'll send you that one if that's the one you want. That's cool. Or and also we have a bunch of original art reward levels available. So if you're like, oh, I really want the one with Cyst with a fist, be like, awesome. That their original art's available. Cyst big head cover is available. Cyst with the skull is available. Cyst with the claw is available. So if you want any of these, let me know. Those reward pledge levels are there. One is available of each. So 4 of those. I have original art for my friends. That's available. And if we hit goal in the first 48 hours, which we're getting there, we're at 21 backers right now. If we hit goal in the first 48 hours, everybody gets a chromed out, all physical reward backers get a chromed out Warhood sticker, right? And every reward backer, every backer that helps us hit goal in the first 48 hours gets a Versus 0 digital comic. I know, crazy. It's insane. So help us right now. Hit goal. We're at 21 backers, a quarter of the way to goal. If we can hit goal in the first 48 hours, that would be awesome. Let's hit it in the first 24 hours. Let's hit it today. Why not? Pledge big. And if you want one of these drawings, share the campaign, help us hit goal, help us move on to stretch goals. And yeah, I think that this is going to be the best work I've ever done. The book is done. Cyst the Skin Grafter, finished. Just need to get it printed and shipped to you. So, back it right now. Back the campaign. Go to systcomic.com. And I'll keep signing on, doing lives all day. It's beautiful out right now, though. I got to get some fresh air. But thank you so much to everybody for an awesome start to this campaign. I really, really appreciate it. And, yeah, I think that's where we're at. Yeah, so if there's any questions, comments, concerns, please post them below. And yeah, I will be back on soon. Go to DylanDistraction.com if you want to watch me on YouTube. Twitch.tv/Batlantic Studios if you want to see me there. BatlanticStudios.com, BatlanticStore.com, DylanAndrewsArt.com, but really, SystComic.com. Let's get this thing funded. Okay, bye.